Hello, and welcome to another episode of I Choose You, the podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. My name is Jeremy Zeelick. I'm the host and Alton Brown of the group, and joining me this week, as always, is...
Ben Montoya, your friend, on this show.
Swapping it up.
My name's Ian Davis, and I'm the George Herman Babe Ruth Jr. of the show.
Oh, what? Did you combine different names?
That's Babe Ruth's full name. I don't know what you want from me.
Whoa. I feel like this is part of an elaborate prank you're pulling on us.
Never.
And I'm Evan Aubrey, not your friend.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh. Your enemy.
This week. Your arch nemesis.
Your rival for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what is it? The new one's named Hop?
Gary.
You're
like Gary.
I am
fucking
Gary.
name their child Hop. Jesus Christ. The British are all screwed up.
Maybe it was a half human, half Lopunny baby. And they were like, we need to call it something appropriate.
Lopunny is definitely one of those Pokemon that I see people are like, maybe if it was a little more human-like, I'd get down.
People really want to get down with Lopunny.
Yeah.
I like that, like, they're like, oh,
it's like
maybe
a
if it was
Jessica
a little...
Rabbit situation.
It is.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, like, it's almost human, so that's okay. But then Wooloo, no rules. Like,
No rules.
I mean, Wooloo is the Outback Steakhouse of Pokemon. No rules, just right. You know what I mean?
That's their new motto?
That's always been the Outback Steakhouse motto.
I had no idea that was their, like, catchphase. No
Yeah,
rules,
because-
Steak not cooked at all, we'll give it to you. Not cooked at all.
Exactly, because you know, in Australia they don't have any rules.
Just friends.
Exactly. Since they're a bunch of prisoners who live in a desert.
Oh my
So
God.
you might be wondering what's this episode about besides talking nonsense, and the answer is it's about cooking and eating. You know, I got real angry this morning when I was thinking of this recipe because we're gonna cook and eat Seel,
Yeah.
a dumb Pokemon, a Pokemon
It
whose
is.
name is just what it is.
It is pretty infuriating that they just changed one letter and we're like, yeah, that's about right.
Whoa, I'm creative. Ooh. Ugh. Bury me.
They also put a little horn on it and was like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's a different animal, right?
That's good enough. You know, me and Ian this week were talking about like gamers are upset because the new Pokemon won't let you import all of them into the game. But I feel like they should have been upset about the design of Seel and its naming.
They should have been upset 20 years ago.
Yeah, the gamers needed to rise up then, and we would have been in a different world.
Hashtag don't forget Seel.
Exactly. So this week we're going to talk about Seel, and we're going to make, I don't know, as many like, oh, it's the singer jokes, or maybe we'll go like, oh, let's go clubbing.
Is it Seel or Sting?
What?
People always confuse Seel and Sting.
Oh.
Oh, do
Really?
they? I mean, one's
sound
black
very
and one's
similar.
not.
Well, I mean, not physically, but they sound very similar and they're a very similar era.
I
Okay.
just remember when Seel had a cameo in Sharknado. Or no, was it Sharknado? It was something, and it was something. He got eaten by a pack of wolves. That's
That was
how-
in
what
the
the
movie
fuck?
Pop Star Never Stop.
Oh,
Never
that's what it
Stopping.
was, not Sharknado.
Good movie. Everyone should go. You know, instead of thinking about the dumb Pokemon Seel, you should go home and spend $3 to rent Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping off of iTunes. You
Pause
won't
this
regret
episode.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't regret it. That's my number one endorsement this time. But anyway, who wants to give me their best Seel recipe?
Oh, God.
All right,
Ian,
Ian
lay it
Davis.
on us.
Yeah.
Here I go. All right. So as you guys know, I had my restaurant and I sold it and I got that food truck.
Sure.
When I did my Euro recipe, I got the food truck, or the
You're saying
shawarma.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Sold the food truck. Ended up buying the Fuegos. And, because this week we're going out.
The Fuegos are our local baseball team, for those who don't know.
A failing local baseball team.
Yeah. Hey, they got a new mascot.
They haven't won a game in like 5 years.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. The title. I took a card from Ben's deck, Pokemon deck, for this title. It's called "Batter Up, Seel Tenders."
Ah.
So, let me lay this triple entendre on you right now.
Triple play.
We know that the like preferred method of killing the seal is club. It's demonstrably the most humane and entertaining. I don't know like why. Like
I don't know about entertaining.
I've never clubbed one myself, but I was thinking like, oh, club, baseball bat. Right? So step one, me and the Fuegos go out to the ice hole, the old Santa Fe ice hole,
The old desert ice hole.
yeah, the Chavez Center, and you wait for them to like come up for air and knock out home run.
Home run.
Knocked
You
it
drag
out.
them
Right out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You drag them to the old kitchen at the stadium. They don't have a stadium, but maybe we rented Isotope Stadium for for this recipe, and we're making seal tenders, like chicken tenders, because that's like a fun baseball food.
Sure.
Originally I was thinking like, oh, like you bread them, like because seal's very not seal, but seal, like the actual animal.
Like the singer.
The real seal, yeah. Very lean meat, and very nutritious. So you get your little cutlets, and you're gonna like fry those up and have nice tenders, and then maybe like serve that with some fries on the side, some Diglett fries. But instead of putting it in like your traditional like the red and white checkered little cardboard baskets, you're gonna put it in like tinfoil and kind of like roll that up into like a burrito shape, and then that way when I'm out in the stands, because this show's for the fans, and so is this recipe, the baseball fans, that is. I'm like walking down the aisles, and they're like, one seal tender, and I like throw it at them.
Oh, you're like the guy going through the rows.
Yeah, he's like the hot dog guy.
I see.
$5.
Well, it's an expensive hot
Seal
dog.
tenders. Seal tenders only $5. Actually, but if it's a baseball game, they're like $15 or something. It's
That's
something
true.
crazy
Yeah.
Make it
overpriced.
20, dude. This is a Fuegos game. We don't.
They're gourmet seal tenders.
Yeah. You serve them up with some ketchup, but like it's like homemade ketchup. It's like
Catsup.
gourmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess just to like, in case you didn't get my triple entendre, it's batter up because it's baseball.
Yeah, no, we got it.
No,
You're clubbing the seals, but then also it's like batter, like you fry the.
Yeah, no, we got that.
Get it.
Just-
Do you get it? Do you
Just
get it,
stop.
guys?
Yeah.
You didn't laugh, so I
You just keep beating this dead seal to death
Yeah.
over and over again.
Unfortunately, me and Ian have the exact same recipe, though,
Oh,
going at it from
no.
a
Goodness.
different angle.
Guys, you were together yesterday. How did this happen?
Well, you didn't talk about it. We keep it to ourselves. But I was thinking, I came at it from a different perspective. So this morning when I was getting coffee, I was like, what is even like real life seal meat taste like? So in incognito mode, I Googled seal meat just to see what it is, because I don't want PETA after my ass being like, oh, why do you want to kill seals?
And it's checking your web history.
Well, I just want to know what it is like, and it's interesting because seals are really like blubbery and fat animals. Like they have a lot of fat, but their actual meat isn't very fatty. It's very lean because they need it. They have a lot of they use a lot of muscle to like swim around because it's just like they're like a blob that moves. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, interesting. And then I was like, what do they taste like? And it's like, they taste like a mix between wild game and fish. And I'm like,
Ew.
Game and fish.
yeah, so it's gamey and fishy. And I was like, fishy, eh? And I was thinking, like, seals live up in like the northern climes, like in the around the Arctic Circle. And then I thought of like kind of reminded me of like Herman Melville, like, we're out on the high seas. Oh, we've got to get our seal pelts for our home kind of situation. And then I was thinking, ooh, you're fishing them out. What if we made seal fish and chips? And
nice.
And it's like you go to the UK, Jolly Old Kingdom. That's what we're doing. We're in Galler region, and they go up, they grab them, knock their dumb little pointy thing off, clunk, get that out of there, and then You get their fat, and maybe you use that to like make a candle that you can eat your food by as well. And then you just do classic. You do a light batter, fry it up, get some chips with that, and then stick it in a newspaper. Got your malt vinegar, you got your ketchup, and then you're good to go. And you like buy it at a like a shitty like shack that's on like a wharf somewhere or a dock or a quay or something. And
it's like
everyone's
really foggy outside.
oh yeah, you can't see where you're going, and you stumble at it, and there's like, I'm an old sea captain, and now I serve seal and chips, and that's God blimey, they sell real good. These are. Stick them in your pants, they do. And that's my recipe. It's the exact same as Ian's, but in a different context.
Well, Jeremy, I will point out that you have already done a fish and chips recipe with gyros.
I'm
That's
so
true.
ruined. My life is over.
So let the record show
that I'm horribly uncreative.
this is a repeat recipe with a different animal.
I
There's
mean,
only so much you can do with seed blubber.
yeah, I'm gonna make candles. I'm also gonna make candles, Ben.
I do like the idea of making candles out of them. That was one of the things that I thought about too. Seemed a little, appropriate, but also not appropriate.
I've heard. What other things would you do with the seal, Ben?
Well, funny that you ask, because I was looking at this thing, and like we said, there's a very few additional features that they've added to this animal to make it a Pokemon. one of which is its little horn. The other of which is its tongue, which is very large. So, and something that I noticed is that the dugong, the evolution, has no tongue, or has minimal tongue, less of a tongue. And what I'm assuming is that as they progress and overcome adversity, their tongue gets shorter, and that's what helps them evolve. So instead of just killing this guy, clubbing it with the baseball bat or some other blunt object, as others might propose, I think we should just help the seal move along in its evolutionary process by cutting off its tongue.
Oh God!
and using that in our feast today.
Interesting.
So today,
I thought you were moving more along the
Excuse
lines
me.
of like, let's get this seal educated to become more of a dugong, and so they're not stupid anymore.
it's kind of like that. It's education, trial by fire, as they say. So you're gonna get all your seals, snap off their tongues. Hopefully that gets them to evolve into a dugong. Who knows? And then what you're gonna do is you're going to I'm gonna do like a Basque style pickled tongue. Usually these are made with like beef tongues or like lamb tongues, but I want you to stretch your imagination to think about what a seal tongue would taste like. So you're gonna boil it first, and you're gonna boil it like in some vinegar and some like brining spices like dill and like some salt, stuff like that. Get a good brine going, good salty sour brine going. Boil it, and then you're gonna refrigerate it for like overnight. And then what you're gonna do is after you leave it in the fridge overnight, come back to it later. Seal prefer icy waters, as Bulbapedia has informed us. So I think this will help with the natural elements of this animal as well.
That's true.
After it's been sitting overnight, you're going to want to get a little pan going with some garlic and onions and jalapenos, peppers, kind of get a little good savory aromatics going on there, and like a little buttery sauteing kind of thing. Then you're going to, this is an interesting part, peel the tongues.
What?
You don't want the little bumpy tongue-to-tongue contact when you eat it. So you're gonna want to peel the tongue a little bit and get some of that meat on the inside into nice little slices. Throw that in there, and then saute it in the little aromatic mixture for a little bit. Then you're good. You can serve it hot or cold. Put it on a sandwich. Put it on some crackers. Put it in, I don't know, like some rice or something, paella. Who knows? So there you go, Basque-styled pickled seal tongue.
Oh, wow, interesting. How did you come to this, Ben? Did a child on YouTube tell you about it? Like so many of our recipes come from?
No, I was looking at this picture of seal, and I was like, what the fuck is... I don't want to... Like
you don't
were
want
saying,
it.
I don't want it, But the thing that stuck out to me was his big-ass tongue that can't even fit in his fucking mouth. So I was like, when was the only time I've ever had tongue in my life? And that was at a Basque restaurant.
Oh, you actually had tongue. How does it taste?
I had tongue. It was an interesting taste. It was a long time ago though, so I mean, it tasted good. I think the texture was a little bit funky.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like fun because you're like eating something that is. So you're using the thing that you're eating to eat the thing that you're eating. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you're using a tongue to eat a tongue. So it's like there's some sort of reciprocity there. You know what I'm getting at?
right.
Yeah.
It's like you're Frenching the seal.
It's like
Oh God.
hot. All right, Evan. Do you have what do you have for us this week?
Okay, so as we know, seal like to thrive in super cold temperatures. So
Yes.
I suggest doing a nice cold smoked seal loin.
Ooh.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't know if seals have loins to smoke, but according to the internet, according to the Canadian Sealers Association, which is where I found this recipe, they do. So this is what I propose. So you do like a nice cold smoke, and I don't know what is really involved in cold smoking because it still involves fire and like heating it up to 500. So you smoke it for 12 to 16 hours.
Ooh.
And
can
then
wait for it.
afterwards you place it in a 500-degree oven for only about 5 minutes, just to give it a nice like crispy outside. Maybe you do like a pepper crusted seal loin.
Ooh.
And then you chill it in the refrigerator and slice thinly and serve carpaccio style.
Ooh,
What does that mean?
Just
What's
like
carpaccio?
Go ahead, Jeremy. What were
I got it confused with something else. Go ahead, Evan.
Oh, I also got it confused with something else because I have no idea what it means. But you serve it that way.
But you serve it that style.
You do. Listeners, if you know what carpaccio style is, please email us at ichooseyou@gmail.com.
Oh, it's a thin slice. It's a Italian hors d'oeuvres with thin slices of raw beef or fish served with a sauce.
Oh, okay. So think like prosciutto style.
Yes, exactly.
Thinly sliced seal here.
Oh man, I love
geez,
really
that sounds pretty
thinly
good,
sliced
actually.
meats.
I do too. There's something just super fancy about it. Makes me feel
Exactly.
upper echelon.
They had a knife nice enough to cut this piece of meat so thin that I can see through it.
Like a
Absolutely.
razor blade with some garlic.
Yeah.
And then for leftovers, and I'm surprised no one thought of this, a seal club sandwich
Oh,
wow.
wow. That's good.
with your leftover cold smoked seal loin.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
You sealed the deal.
Guys, I have a question. Do you want to eat a sandwich with raw meat? That just seems like...
Oh, absolutely.
You would have like a
okay.
sushi sandwich?
I've had prosciutto sandwiches before.
Wait, Ian, you would eat a sushi sandwich? First of all, sushi refers to the rice, not the fish. So it'd be a sashimi sandwich.
And in this case, it's not raw meat. It's been smoked. It's been
Yeah.
flash heated in an oven. I don't know what that technique is called.
Yeah.
But one of those.
Braised.
Yes,
I mean-
that's the word. So it's not totally raw, and I think it'd make for a good, nice lunch meat.
I think it would, too. That sounds good.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I'd imagine with some like crackers and some cheese, it would be excellent.
Yeah.
Man, and you guys really missed out. I found this website to be super helpful. It's the Canadian Sealers Association, sealharvest.ca.
Seal harvest.
Be sure to follow Seal, the Real Meal Deal on
Oh,
Facebook.
no.
Thank you
However-
to Todd Perrin for your cold smoked seal loin recipe.
It is legal to harvest seals in Canada, but
It
I'm
is.
pretty sure if you follow that in the United States, you will get a letter from PETA.
It's
And arrested, maybe?
No, it's a contentious law in Canada because the reason they still have it as law is because like a lot of native tribes like have use seals as racehorses, but people are like, but the seals are dying.
Yeah.
And people use them to kill them to get like sweaters or whatever, or make seal caps or something like that.
Yeah, they've got like Newfoundland seal flipper pie. They've got
Oh my God.
just bottled seal meat
Ugh.
for whatever reason.
What does that mean?
Is it like
fermented?
Is it a solid seal meat or is it a liquid seal meat?
It's really gross. It's kind of a mixture of both in this picture. It's not
No.
great.
I was hoping it would be like you stuff the meat in there, and then with like a long like pair of tweezers, you reconstruct the seal inside of the bottle.
Oh,
And then
that would
you
be pretty good.
close up the bottle and you're like, this bottle is sealed. And then you just throw it into the ocean.
Is that what you do with ships in a bottle? You do it and then you throw it in the water.
Yeah, and then you hope it finds somebody
Join
on
your
an
brethren.
island. Exactly. You hope you find somebody like on a deserted island, and they're like, finally a boat, I can get out of here, and they use the tiny boat from inside the bottle to go on an adventure.
Well,
When it gets to the destination, would you say this bottle was signed, sealed, delivered?
Exactly.
I'm yours.
wow.
Man, that website, Ian, is really the Outback Steakhouse of seal-related food product websites.
Yeah, Ian, that
No
was a great
rules,
website.
just right.
So there you go. Some smoked seal loin.
Wow, I
That's
really
awesome.
Wow.
I really should have looked that up before
Yeah,
I
I
did
think
my recipe.
I mean, I think
And
it's obvious that Evan pulled off the win in this one.
Exactly.
Oh,
I fucked up, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Anyway, let's do
The
the
research.
official vote. Who
Yeah,
wants to
yeah.
win in this week's I Choose You? Is it
Everyone
both
raised
Evan
their hand.
and Ian
so.
raised their hand?
audio friendly podcast.
So do we want to do Ian's batter up fried seal? Do you want to do my fried seal, which is more like fish and chips? Or Ben's Basque seal tongue, or Evan's cold blasted seal loin?
and club sandwich.
and seal club sandwich.
Oh man. Genius.
Oh, gotta go with Evan.
Ever.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
Wow.
I appreciate it, you guys.
Slam down
First
on the
unanimous
table.
vote. I love it.
Evan, who's your pity vote go to?
Who's my pity vote?
Dum, dum.
I don't know if I could do tongue. There's something about the texture that I do. Oh, yeah, especially not like that. I'd have to go with Ian on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just because Jeremy's done the fish and chips.
I'm such
So-
a loser.
Oh, I still love you, but yeah, I'd go with Ian's recipe. That sounds pretty good.
Alright. Do you think? Yeah, no, that's it. That's all we got on this situation. This is a dumb
Evan
Pokemon.
pulls ahead.
Yeah,
I-
We were
oh, do I
tied
pull
at,
ahead?
We
What's
were
the count?
tied at 4 wins, all of us, at the beginning of this episode.
Oh,
now
wow.
Evan's got 5. The rest of us have 4.
we're in a third way tie for last place.
Yeah.
Well, we really pulled it off this week, boys. You know, I was worried that Seel, what a dumb Pokemon. Oh my God.
Agreed.
Jet.
Has anyone ever used Seel on their team? Like in
No.
Pokemon?
I have once.
Me neither.
Absolutely
Well, because
not.
Dugong's
I would
ice
never
type.
use
It's
it.
water ice
Yeah.
type, so it's a little bit more useful. But like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
True.
Who cares? And Ian pointed this out to me. I was complaining about Seel yesterday, about how it's just a Pokemon with one letter changed from the name of the actual animal. But so
Yeah.
is Dugong. Dugong's also just the exact same thing, where it's like, it's a real animal, but they just changed one letter. It's pronounced the same. That's stupid.
Wait,
Why
is
we...
a dugong a real thing?
Yes.
It's like but it's more like a manatee, which
Yeah.
makes it worse, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
makes it worse.
Well, yeah,
what's-
because it's even like not only is it a real life animal name, it's not even the right animal. Like, it'd be like if you had like a dog Pokemon, you named it Kitten or something. Like,
We should have more manatee Pokemon though. I
Is
feel
there-
like
there
there's no.
there has to
other-
be a manatee Pokemon.
I don't know though.
We
This
need
would be
just
a
more
question
Arctic
for the fans.
Pokemon in general.
What makes me even more angry about Seel is that we have Sfeel, which is just a better version of this idea
It
in
is.
literally every conceivable way.
Yeah.
And then it evolves into Walrus.
Yes, it has a
It's
big
a walrus Pokemon. That's pretty.
yeah, it
dope.
has it has big tusks and everything.
Yeah.
And I know that seals and walruses aren't the exact same thing,
Yeah.
but
Not at all.
I feel like I feel like that at least it tracks better and it has some more creativity to it.
It
Right.
does, yeah. Sfeel and that sea lion Pokemon is much better than
Seel
and
is
Dugong.
Sfeel is like the beach ball Pokemon, right? Isn't
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
the one
it's
that's
so
like
cute.
It's
too.
inflated?
perfectly circular because it's like a sphere and a seal. Get it? It's funny.
right?
And at least and even some of the dumb Pokemon we get going forward, like your Vanillices or your Chandelures or your Klefkis, at least those are like jokes. Like
Yeah.
they have like there's a pun in the title. No,
Right.
this is just a different letter.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine this. What if Seel was a combination between a real life seal and an eel? So it was just like really long.
Oh.
And,
Eel.
that would have been good.
That would be
And-
pretty
and-
cool.
and it snaked around the bottom of the ocean. I
It
think
was just
that
like
would
a
be,
seal body with an eel head.
Exactly.
The
Or
stuff
maybe,
of
I was
nightmares.
thinking more of an eel body with a seal head. So imagine like it's got Seal's dumb face with its tongue and its little pointy thing, but it just has like 20 feet of flesh sticking out behind it.
Oh god.
Someone needs to do the Pokemon fusion for Seel and the eel Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget what the eel Pokemon's called. I'm
I
sorry,
know.
guys.
There is
Yeah,
one.
we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, so I'll do a brief jump into the news. So we've got some news this week. Like Thursday or Friday or something, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak confirmed that after Sword and Shield, there will be officially over 1,000 Pokemon.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. We're
That's
finally
a
there.
lot of good eats.
Yeah,
How many new ones are they adding then?
there's like 800 something, so probably like another 100.
150.
Like, yeah, like 120, something like that. I'd
150
guess.
and more.
Or more to see.
To see.
Oh. So yeah, and so I think we'll literally be doing this for the rest of our lives. We'll never stop.
Yeah.
That's true. Thanks to the
Yeah.
Pokemon Company.
Exactly. We'll be like dead and at the bottom of the ocean, living in like a weird submarine, and we'll still be recording the show when we're dead and buried at the bottom of the ocean. Also,
I mean, that's good. That means that there's going to be like an actual new generation. They just won't be throwing in 50 new guys. I guess
Right.
they kind of have to. I mean, if they're going to do a whole new generation for this game.
Yeah.
That's
But
exciting.
yeah, the gamers will rise up to fight this oppression. But
No.
Lastly, this was just a right before the show kind of situation. Is
Breaking news.
This
Breaking
isn't
news.
This is literally not breaking news. It's very old information. But we
Oh.
were talking about the singer Seel, and his first two albums are called Seel. He has two eponymous albums.
Oh my god.
I think that's so confusing.
It's not like Seal and Seal 2. They're both
No, it's
Seal.
not Seal 2. It's just Seel.
Oh my
Does
god.
he spell it differently?
No. It's like, oh man, Ian, Evan, is your dog freaking out?
My dog is going for a walk.
I'm recording.
Hi, Tori.
And the last thing is that Seal's real Seel also goes by the name Seel Henry Samuel,
Oh boy.
which isn't his real name. His
What are you
real
talking
name's
about?
Henry.
There's 3 first names there.
Exactly. His real name's Henry Olsegun Adeleo Samuel, but he goes
Holy
by
shit.
Seel. Goes by Seel Henry Samuel because he's like my real name is Henry and Samuel. So what if I just put Seel in front of that? They'll bring the whole room together.
The perfect stage name.
Exactly.
What was he thinking when he wanted to name himself Seel? I'm just like, there's something. Maybe there's just something like, insynchronous about like the word seal. Like it just means something that we can't really understand with any other words. But
I think you've said seal so many times, it's lost all meaning. That's true.
Seal.
What is Seal?
I don't know. He has a good voice. Maybe he thought like seals.
Oh, he's
like
got a
they
great
were-
voice.
Like when he was at a circus one day and he saw the seals like honk the horns to play music. And he's like,
I want
what
to
a
do that.
what a talented animal! I want to be like that.
Oh my god.
I want to be an entertainer, just
Exactly,
like
yeah.
him.
Yeah. Maybe he got really excited when they like clap their flippers together and they like throw fish to them. And he's like, one day my song will be in a Batman movie and it'll be just like that.
People
You know,
will make that
I
noise
thought
for me.
sadly this episode was going to be short, but there is a good amount of Seal, the singer-songwriter content. Really fill this up.
All right, so now's the time of the show where we pick out next week's Pokemon to
Oh, already?
cook and consume. Yes, Ben, already. I'm sorry.
Aw.
But, Evan, can you give me a hot number?
Oh yeah, the hottest number. 74.
Ooh, I'm right on it.
4.
Oh boy, guys, I knew this day would come.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh,
I
no,
knew
wait,
that
wait,
we'd
wait.
have to-
Let us guess. Is it is
Ditto.
Rapidash? Oh,
No,
is it
no, to both of
Graveler?
those. No, you're close. You're very close.
Geodude.
Is it?
Yes,
Onyx.
Oh,
Geodude.
Yes.
Oh man.
Nice.
I complained
Rocks.
about the design of Pokemon this week, and literally Geodude just fucking eyes on a rock. He has some
Floating
hands.
rock.
He float. How the fuck does he float? Does he have like a magnet in him and it like propels him off the earth?
Yes, he does. That is faux show
Go find
steel
out next
type
week.
in there.
But also, he's rock and ground type, but he floats in the air. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right,
I
so
guess
next
we'll have
week-
to find out.
Next week we'll be cooking Geodude. Now it's time to plug our show. This has been I Choose You, podcast about cooking and eating Pokemon. You can follow us on Twitter at iChoosePod. That's ICHEWSPOD. You can email us for questions, comments, recipes for Whale Lord's Mail Horde at
Tisk,
iChoosePod
guys.
at gmail.com. Yeah, send us emails. We love it when we get emails. It's our favorite. It's our favorite when we wake up in the morning and we're like, it's another cold, dark day in this horrid world.
But I
then
get
we-
up for the
Yeah, then-
fans.
Yeah, exactly. And then we open up Whale Lord's Mail Horde, and one letter comes out, and we're like, life's worth living again. And
When you say open up, is this like a Star Wars, like living inside of that whatever it's called? Like it?
a
Yeah.
tauntaun.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We wrench open the jaws of this giant whale lord, and usually there's nothing. It's just water and barnacles and
Pinocchio
fucking-
sometimes.
and Pinocchio. Sometimes
Guys,
there's a male.
Every day I have to like stick my head in his little blowhole and like look around for the mail.
Ew.
And it's really disappointing that I have to take like 5 showers after that if there was no mail in there. So please.
And then in his
so-
rage, he puts down a little whalemer just so he doesn't have to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So send us a mail. I would love it if you sent us mail. I'd die. I'd die of happiness if you sent us a mail. But you can also download our show basically everywhere. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Play. We're on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. So pick your favorite audio listening device and get us there. And yeah, for the show,
Leave us-
I've been.
Wait. Leave us
Oh,
reviews
oh.
too. Ratings
Oh,
and
yeah.
reviews, because we haven't
Yeah.
had a new one in a while.
Yeah, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Not iTunes, Apple Podcasts. iTunes doesn't exist anymore.
iTunes is dead.
It is dead.
Long live iTunes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a great way to get more people engaged with our show.
Exactly.
So yeah, for I Choose You, I've been Jeremy Zielik.
Ben Montoya, the friend of the show.
Ian Davis, the Babe Ruth of the show.
And Evan Aubrey, your newly reconciled friend and no longer enemy.
We've gotten over our differences.
It's true.
Exactly. For next week, this has been I Choose You. In a while, Totodile.
Yeah, I choose you. Here we go. Everybody wants to be a master chef. Everybody wants to show their skills in the kitchen. Everybody wants to cook it faster. Make their way to the top of the grill. Each time you fry, gonna cook it just a little bit better. Each taste you try, one more step up the ladder. It's a whole new world we cook in. It's a whole new place to eat. It's a whole new taste with a brand new recipe, but you still gotta chew them all and be the best that you can be.